Bitch, stop playing with me.
I don't know why Spirit want me to grab this deck. I started to grab the money and job deck, but Spirit said that's not needed. The Ten of Pentacles is here, the Seven of Cups, and the motherfucking Six of Wands. We don't need it. And y'all, I'm on mute because I'm so excited. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I have a special guest, and welcome to the new and improved, all brand new, Here to Feed Your Soul on this beautiful Sunday. The Soul Sage Sundays has been revamped to a roundtable discussion with knowledgeable spiritual practitioners, therapists, things like that, people who can really give you the insight details on how to manifest the life it is that you would love to desire. So for those of y'all wondering, no, we will not be pulling cards tonight. So if that's what you were looking for, I apologize. But this is all about you being able to have the access that you need to grow, to learn, to heal on this spiritual journey. So there will be a Q&A portion. So get ready with your questions. Grab your pen and pencil, baby. Get ready to take these good notes so that you can feed the fire and desire that you have to create the life that you truly do desire. So all 10 people, welcome into the room. Please go ahead and hit that like button, regardless of what platform you are on. We are streaming live tonight from Facebook and as well as YouTube here. So we appreciate you all saying hello as you enter our home. So welcome everybody to the kitchen table of the Golden Tribe, live here at the Golden Goddess Tarot. And again, this is the world premiere of, Soul Sage Sundays. So clap it up in the comments. Make sure you tap that little heart button in the comments and show love and respect for the guests that we have this evening. And let's get started. So I will introduce our guest for the night. This is Miss Chandra Thompson, who I have had the pleasure of having as a spiritual mentor. She recently graduated me, so she is now my spiritual sister, mother, auntie, cousin, all of that. All of that, big sis, all of that. And we love her so very dearly. So Golden Tribe, who is here on my YouTube platform, please give a warm and beautiful and divine welcome to Miss Chandra Thompson.
Happy Sunday. Hi, happy Sunday. Thank you so much for having me on your platform.
You are welcome, Shannon.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Elevate. Thank you. So is that thyself? Yeah, no. Hey, no. All right. Yeah, thank you so much, Reek. It has been a wonderful journey with you. We'll talk later. Hey, sweet. We'll talk later on how we connected and how we moved, but it is an awesome position to be in, to see your growth and development, right? It is a wonderful space for me to be in, to see that you really do your shadow work, right? So I'm just happy to see you where you are, thriving and flourishing in that manner. And I'm just grateful that I was able to intersect at the time that I intersected into your life, to travel that path with you, right? Because that's really what I did. It was my moment to travel with you and to be a guide of a sort for you, right? Because you had to do the work.
Exactly.
Uber proud of you. And thank you Goldest God and Tarot Tribe for welcoming me in. I thank my tribe for showing up tonight. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're gonna have some kitchen table conversations today. I'll give you a little bit of history about myself so that you will kind of know where I come from, what my background is. I have been in business for over 25 years as an entrepreneur. It's probably the majority of my life that has been my way. And I absolutely love it. And I'm still in that way. But through those times, I have matriculated to grow and to become very comfortable with my giftings, spiritual giftings, that type of thing. And y'all had to do a lot of work too to get here. So I don't want to come tonight to make it look like it was easy and it's all roses and butterflies every day. It's not, but I'm here, right? I'm here, and my journey has led me through many different paths. A few I had to trailblaze for myself, right? Because it was no one else out here doing what the visions from universe and ancestors and my guides were giving me. So some of it I had to blaze the trail for myself, and it had to be done that way. And today I'm totally grateful for that. I'm an interrupter. That's what I really am. I come to interrupt some things into your life and give you different perspectives and concepts and ways to see and maneuver through things. So that's just kind of what I do. I always start class by saying that, in our tri class, it's a 12-week journey. And I tell them on week 1, y'all not going to like me next week. And you probably won't like me the week after. But by the end of this thing, we're going to be good, right? Because I come to interrupt. I come to interrupt the traumatic patterns in your life. I come to get you to see them in a different aspect than probably what you have been dealing with them. And then I get you to the entire time that we rock, baby. I'm gonna make you look at yourself, right? You're gonna take a look at yourself, and then you're gonna move forward from there. So that's kind of it. Yes, I do come with credentials because you do have people who want to, test your gangsters. So I do come with credentials, right? First of all, my credentialing comes from a spiritual level, and can't nobody take it or give it back, right? So spiritually, I have gone and traveled through some ranks, right? But here on this plane, in this realm, I do come with degrees, right? So I hold a master's degree in theology. I am also been titled as a Bible scholar, right? I attended the world-renowned meticulous Virginia Union University School of Theology. So if anybody knows anything about that, then I have come through some stuff, right? HBCU, right? But even in that was also a interrupting pattern, not only for the people who have aligned themselves with me during that portion in time in my life, but it was also an interrupting pattern for myself because I no longer participate in religion, right? So even though I hold that degree, I have studied, I haven't earned masters, right? I ain't paid for mine because a lot of people out there, they pay for this. I ain't knocking your hustle, but I'm just saying, I sat in the classrooms, right? I did the work, right? Somebody that took theology there, baby, then I went through some stuff, right?
Right.
I went through some stuff, Bella. So yeah, so even with that was a very, very critical point. 2016, graduated that degree 2019, but that was a critical turning point in my spiritual journey, right? That was the turning point where I knew the ancestors were calling me to do something totally different with the education that I had received. And with that education, I had to turn it around and I had to do exactly what some of the things in the Bible talks about. I no longer wanted to lead my people astray, right? I no longer wanted my people to perish from lack of knowledge, right? And so that lack of knowledge is giving you a concept that is what we would call an antagonist to what some people have been conditioned to believe culturally, systematically, right? And so I kind of interrupt those things, right? So that's kind of who I am. I'm a mom, right? I have 3 kids. I have 3 grandchildren. I have bonus children and bonus grandchildren as well. And I do operate several different businesses. And yeah, that's just kind of me in a nutshell. Yeah, that's it, Rick. I don't know what I missed. I just wanted to give them a little bit of something to see the perspective that I come from. What I'm always gonna encourage is always be open minded, right? Be open minded to different concepts. Be open minded to different theories. Be open minded to different understandings culturally and those type of things. Because trust me when I tell you, and you've probably already at this point in your life realized, oh, Reed, can we cuss? You know I do cuss. So
Yeah, girl.
okay, I just
We
yeah,
don't be
okay.
cussing over here. Y'all don't know code how we cuss.
Yeah, okay. So just know that some of this shit that you think is real or you have been believing is real all this time. And so what I say, the tagline that I use, most of my students they can read, they can uh, push it out like second nature, right? And it is. There will come a time when you will see that the truth is more detrimental than the lie. Right. And so that's what I'm saying. Be open minded to some things, be open minded to gaining and learning information. Now, whether you believe it or operate in it or not, that's something totally different. But be open minded because there are some of us out here that are holding information that's totally contradictory to what you know. Right. So that's the perspective that I come from, right? Just be open minded. All right.
Thank you, Shan, for such a beautiful introduction of yourself and sharing some deeper understanding with all of us here, exactly who you are, where your background is. It's super important to us because I've always told them, like, I know people from all different walks. If you want to maintain bits and portions of what you learn in Christianity, you can do that. It's called hoodoo. You know what I'm saying? Also, there are people who have been from the background of Christianity who actually believe and still work in spirituality, but they have the tools, the resources, and the knowledge, the wealth, aka the sage like yourself,
Yes.
to really tie those things together. It's super important, Shan, that we have people like you to tie us over as some of us transition. Some people
Mhm.
won't decide to come out of the church, but others will. Bella said, yes, I am one of them. So first of all,
Yes.
before I go any further, we do want to acknowledge everybody out in the comments. I know Shan acknowledged folks in the comments, so I want to make sure I follow suit and do the same. So Glenna, welcome in, VIP member. We love our VIP Golden Tribe members. Just so y'all know, if you want to join, hit that button down below that says join and get a tier, because after the next 4 weeks, this will be for those who have been there and are a part of the subscription tiers. But everybody here on YouTube, on my platform, and Shan's, the idea is to, number one, give you exposure over the next 4 weeks, because we have a very special announcement to share with you at the end of this live. So please stay with us. It's only 45 minutes to an hour. Tap us up, share with a friend, go follow Shan, follow me, whatever it is that you do or feel aligned to, do that, because what I am building, what we are building, what we are building is a community where you have access to different types of spiritual practitioners. So it's also allowing y'all to get to know me, because this person next to me in this box, I turned to the wrong box, Shan. Well, ain't no box on the other side, friend. This is my spiritual mentor. She was one of my first clients when I opened up my business firm. And she really started to teach me about hoodoo and help to remind me of who I was. And so along with her and some other mentors I've met along the way and prior to, I've been able to grow into what you see before you and inspired to do the things that I do for all of you here at the Golden Goddess Tarot. All right. So regardless of what platform you on, baby, welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Keisha and Banks, welcome, y'all. Good to see you, sweet.
Hey
Thank you so much for
y'all.
coming in the room. Yes,
Good
Jasmine's
to see
intuition.
you.
Welcome in. And Shan was letting y'all know greetings in the comments. Denise, welcome in. Golden VIP Tribe member. Elevate Thyself, Cass. Welcome in, Bookie Boo. Nova, good to see you. Good to see you, friend. Long time no see. It is a pleasure to have you here tonight. So thank you for coming through and supporting Shan. And being a subscriber here on Golden Goddess Tarot. We're going to forever appreciate that. Just know that from the bottom of my heart. And I mean it. I mean it, friend. I mean it. Sweet says, welcome in, clapping up everybody. Everybody. So make sure y'all speak to the folks that you don't recognize in the comments. Y'all know we always promote community here. So please speak to one another and love on each other because the world is hard enough as it is, right? So yes, Glenda saying welcome. Rika was laughing, but trust me, they're gonna get the giggling in these comments tonight. Yes. Elevate thyself. Say glad to be here. And baby, we are glad to have you. Yes.
Yes.
Keisha said, hey, Keisha, welcome in. And we hope that we give y'all information. So please go grab your pen and paper, because tonight is going to be about catching the gold nuggets of wisdom. Sage, the word sage actually means wealth of knowledge, not just to sage or to cleanse out energy, but it also means to be a wealth of knowledge when it comes to this spiritual community. It is someone who is knowledgeable enough to practice and to lead and to guide and to support, right? So keep that in mind. Hey, Banks the Shot, welcome in, love
Hey,
bug. Good to
Banks.
see you. Good to see you, friend. So just so y'all know, Erotic Sage will be coming up in the next 2 weeks. So you got Soul Sage Sundays here with Shan. We'll be bringing on some additional guests as we venture throughout the next couple of weeks, and the next 4 weeks, right, Shan?
Yep,
So
next 4
just
weeks.
wanting y'all to know that we are super excited, and so yes, Glenna says welcome in, guests, welcome in. So our
Thank
first
you.
topic for tonight. Yes, I'm gonna let you respond to that, Shan, because I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying welcome. Thank you, Glenna. Thank you.
Yes. So this is episode 1, y'all, season 1. All right. So I'm gonna explain why we called it the Twilight Zone. So y'all can meet us where we at. Grab your backpack, get on the Magic School Bus. We about to take a trip. We taking a trip. Thank you so much for hitting that like button, y'all. Subscribing because you're feeling the vibe, but is it gonna try? Or if you over there on Shan's platform, hitting the like button over there, make sure you support friend, good sis,
That's
good
right.
auntie, good mama, because she all of that and more. Ashe. So we call this Twilight, y'all, because a twilight zone is a conceptual area that is undefined or intermediate. So think of it this way: either you are on this journey and it is undefined for you at this time, because it is a journey of self-discovery. I'm hearing the half and half song through this journey of discovery. And finding you, I'm finding me. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. In finding you, I'm finding me, because this is a journey of self-discovery. I'll show you, if you know about that half and half
Yeah.
show, baby. Come through. By the way, the young woman who is the lighter skinned woman that's taller with the curly hair and the fro, she actually makes tarot cards, y'all. The more you know, the more you glow.
All
She do.
right.
I actually got a couple of decks in here made by her, and she was in I think some show back in the day about witches. I don't know. She was really cool. So I actually learned that she had tarot decks about a year or two ago. But the Twilight Zone is also a sphere of experience that appears sinister or dangerous. Think about how many people will tell you on this journey, oh, you shouldn't do that. That's not what you meant to do. Oh, don't get involved in that. And it's due to their uncertainty or the unpredictability of this journey. People are afraid of what they do not understand, baby. Come through. So
Yeah.
the Twilight Zone is also the lowest area of the ocean where light can actually penetrate. So just know that in your darkest hours of this spiritual journey, light can always penetrate within the Twilight Zone. It may seem cloudy, it may seem gray, you may be unsure. And that's why, as you transition, you need mentors like myself or like Shannon, like others that you'll meet here on this show, to kind of usher you through that, because those are your times where you are at a high, an all-time high, and very open to self-sabotage. And Shan, with that being said, about what the Twilight Zone is, I'm going to let you share your perspective on that and teach us a little bit more about what you know in regards to that.
Ooh. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yeah, I come prepared now. I'm sage crystals and all of that. I'm holding on to labradite. So if you have your labradite, or if you have any other stone that can ground you at this moment, hold on to it. Put that energy in your hand. I'm huge. I'm huge, huge on on holding the stones. I got a whole collection over here, right? Um, yes. What I learned on my journey was I wish I had, right? Someone who could guide me, someone who would listen to me, someone who would not judge me, right? Someone who, even if they didn't totally get what I was going through in the beginning of me coming into self, coming into my higher consciousness, accepting gifts. I'm a seer, I'm a hearer in the spirit, right? And so even as a child, 6, 7, 8 years old, I would see things, right? So the things that I would see sometimes would be very intimidating as a child, right? So how do you tell someone this is what you're seeing, this is what you're feeling, and you are immediately shunned out of lack of fear and lack of understanding, right? So I wish then, I had someone like a me, like a Reek, like the other spiritual practitioners that would be coming through, or someone that you can confide in who did not pass that type of judgment on you. This journey is mostly about you being alone so that you can focus on self.
Mm.
So, being in a twilight situation, there is darkness in so many areas, in so many parts of your journey. You will feel the darkness because sometimes you have to sit with this shit and no one can intervene with you, right? You felt that way, Glenna? No one can intervene. And in those processes is where you learn who you are and what it looks like for you on your spiritual path. All paths are going to be different. We're only here to intersect each other at the points that we need each other, right? That's what our whole life is about. Intersecting in those points. And this is why I teach that we have to become very uncomfortable with
Yes.
getting comfortable, because on this journey, who started with you in the beginning, in the middle, might not be who end up with you in the end of this thing, right? But we take those nuggets, we take those moments, and we build upon them. But you will spend time in that twilight zone. You'll spend a lot of time there. But just know that everything that is covered by dirt, that is a seed, it'll grow. Even if the growth is stunted, it still will grow, right? And even if that seed is mutilated, it still has value because now it becomes nutrition to the soil that it's in. That's still growth. Ashe? So yeah. Yeah, earliest memories around 8 years old. Me too. I have them too. Glenna, right around 7, 8 years old, I could see some things. But the first time I saw spirit, I had just got my license, y'all. And there is a road in the county in which I grew up where a classmate of mine was killed by a car accident, right? And so I'm coming through that road one night by myself, just driving, and I see something. And I'm like, right? And literally, I saw her face. That's when I knew that I could see and relate. How I related was I felt the energy of where she was, right? So that was my introductory into feeling spirits, seeing spirits. Then I started to actually talk to them and they talked to me, right? That was my twilight zone. Who the hell was I going to tell that at my age? I was 16, 17 years old. Who was I going to tell in my peer group that this happened to me and not feel like, oh my God, or they think I'm crazy, right? Not crazy at all. It's just who you are and it's your divine chosen path, right? So when we talk about being in the twilight zone, it takes a lot. And even through that, trust me, those processes that we go through, they cause traumatic experiences, right? Because some of us, I feel the tug. Some of us have seen things in the spirit that weren't real nice, right? We felt things. Some of us have smelled things. It's just a stench that you can not compare anything to, but you know exactly what it is, yeah, whoever that is, we can talk later because that entity still surrounds you, right? So the twilight zone, and in that zone is where you need the community, the community of individuals who have done their shadow work, right? Here's what I also say. We will never in this realm experience the wholeness of being healed with an ed on the end. You know
Yep.
why? Because we're always in the process of healing. When you have healed, ed on the end, you will transition out of here into your next life. Your purpose is done, and that part of you that needed to be healed is now complete. But in this realm, you're always in the process of healing. So, baby, you're going to always revisit the Twilight Zone. You can feel good today. Things can be good for 6 or 7 months. And then a tower moment will happen. Tower moment, Twilight Zone. So, see how we can relate that? But if you have someone who has been in this and they're doing the work and they're doing what they need to do to stay in their healing processes, they can then help you. So the healer also needs healing. Twilight Zone, right?
Mhm.
So sometimes we as the healers have to step back and make sure that we're doing what we're doing, because if we're not, then we can't get a correct reading, right? Because your
Right.
emotions is too fucked up in this shit, and you telling somebody something based on a vibe that your energy is way over here, and that ain't what spirit really reading to you, right?
And you know what, Shan, to your point, me and my tribe, I've had tribe members come to me and say, well, can you go live and read all day long? And it's like, no,
Mm-mm.
I'd be tapped, I'd be tired. Y'all gonna get all kinds of crazy shit coming out. You know, it's important to take the time to rest because that's a part of cleansing. Your body rejuvenates and it clears out toxicities when you sleep, when you rest. You know what I'm saying? So your resting state is actually one of your busiest states when it comes to your spirit and your body in general. That's why when you sleep, everything is still running. You ain't never really
Everything.
just sleep. When you sleep,
That's
you
right.
probably 6 feet under. And that's the real. And so I remember an old saying when I was a kid. I used to have an uncle that say, well, I sleep when I'm dead.
And
There's
he
a
right.
reason for him saying that. It's because you're never really sleeping. You are always transmuting, manifesting, bringing
And then
in,
it's only
pulling out.
this physical body. This physical body is going to
Yes.
experience that type of sleep, because the spiritual being is going on into its realm. So it's still not resting, right?
Nope.
It's still not. Hey, Sharnata, thank you for joining. Yeah. So it's very important to surround yourself with a community of like-minded individuals. Also, right? Let me put a disclaimer in that we can continue to surround ourselves with like-minded individuals, but you have to be discerning of where you are in your process to who is truly like-minded to you, right? You always want to put yourself in a position where you are, if you're the smartest one in the room, baby, you need to change rooms, right? So if you want to be in a position where you're consistently growing, then put yourself in spaces where someone else has gone a little bit further than you and can relate to you, so that we can walk this thing together, right? Because what'll happen is, baby, you're gonna become a damn energy vampire. And then some of us spiritualists is gonna let your hand go and let you go on your own, right? Because I can't have you draining all of my energy because you refuse to keep an open mind and do your work.
I
That will
agree.
also lead you to a twilight zone.
I
Mm-hmm.
think Shan hit on something very important. And Glenna says, is that why I'm tired this weekend?
Oh
Glenna,
yeah.
it could be. You know what I'm saying? It could be. Yes, very nice to see her face. It could be why you're tired. So you want to take assessment of that. And me and Shan will get into some of the details of how you can identify reasons as to why you are physically tired on this spiritual journey, because it has a direct correlation with your spiritual journey, what you're feeling on the inside, where your spirit is going. Because yes, honey, your spirit travel. It astral projects in your sleep. I had somebody telepathically call me this week, 2 days ago, scared the shit out of me. Not really, but it shocked me because it was a whole conversation that felt like we were in a Zoom meeting. like a spiritual Zoom meeting. So with that being said, Shan, you touched on, I believe it was saying that on this journey, you really do have to like anchor down. You have to do the work. And it's so true. I think a lot of times what we don't realize about this spiritual journey is that you have to, number one, cleanse yourself spiritually. Your spiritual baths are important. Your candle magic is important. Your kitchen witchery, if that's what you want to call it, is important. Understanding what you call yourself, the etymology of words is important. Listening to the word usage that you have every day in regards to yourself and others is important. If you desire to be a tarot reader, if you desire to be a spiritual mentor, these are the basics of what you have to learn in order to really be an asset to the collective. Otherwise, you just collecting money.
Wow,
So
that was good, Reek. That was good. Yes, your spiritual journey and your divination tools. Um, I get that. I get that a lot. You know what I get a lot? Hey, Shan, how do I build an ancestor altar? Well, baby, stay off of TikTok with people that's just out there building altars, but not really giving you the truth about why you should or should not have an altar, right? If you are a beginner, right, you're just coming into this thing, you're trying to learn, and we can be inundated with a lot of information when it comes to our spirituality, right, and how we should maneuver through this thing, right? What I won't tell you is there's a lot of like religion, a lot of religious rhetoric that goes with that. No, baby, the best thing that has ever happened to me is getting involved in learning the hoodoo practices, right? Because hoodoo simply means you do what is good for you. That's what it is. You use what's at your hand and you let universe, spirit guides, ancestors lead you into that process. So you nothing wrong with having an ancestral altar. Trust me, it's nothing wrong, right? But it would be wrong if you go out here, you building on the altars and stuff, and you ain't even took a spiritual bath yet. You don't even understand the concepts of why you need to take a spiritual bath before you even put your hands on things that are surrounded around your altar, right? There are processes that should go on, right? Where you are using your divination tools as should be, so that you can maximize the benefits of that. I love that whole conversation where we're talking, oh, we manifesting, I'm a manifest this, I'm a manifest that. Baby, some of y'all just want to manifest this energetic currency called money, when not even realizing that money has no value except on this realm.
preach.
But if you are manifesting abundance, now we talking about something, because see, abundance, it covers a large spectrum of things. You can have abundance in your health, which could actually help you to go out and manifest that energetic currency by giving you exactly what you need health wise, so that you can go out here and create a stream of income, so that you can have this so said money that you think that you desire. Follow what I'm saying? If you want to manifest abundance, now we're talking about overflow. Now we're talking about generational wealth going forward, right? Now we're talking about leaving legacies. That's abundance where I come from. I don't just want the dollar, right? Anybody can go out here and trick that dollar real quick, right?
That part, all you gotta do is turn in the corner.
But what good is it, right? You wasting your manifesting activity and energy. You manifesting something as low currency as a dollar, baby.
Right.
No. So that's what I'm talking about when you're using your divination tools. And I'm not saying if you need, baby, we all been in a quick fix where we wanted to get the ancestors and use the high John root and everybody else to call like pay me or everybody to call the money in, right? We're gonna listen to the tunes, we're gonna do all of that. Baby, we can do that. But what I'm telling you is change your mindset first. If you start thinking on abundance and aligning yourself with gratitude, you will never see yourself in a lack. Nowhere. I'm living proof. I manifested money today. You know why? Because I gave from my heart somewhere else.
Shannon, let's talk about that. I know
Mm-hmm.
my tribe hear me say it all the time, but I feel like getting it from a different perspective is also good. One thing that I've learned about this spiritual journey is that a lot of people do not understand. They want to take. Let me go over here and get this for free. Let me go over here and get this information for free. Now, granted, it may be given to you for free, but I feel like where the tests come in at is what are you going to do in return? If people in the community, the spiritual community, are sowing seeds into you, what are you going to do with those seeds? See, baby, you don't just put a seed in the ground and get nothing. When a person give you seed, you put it in the ground and you get abundance back. You get prosperity back. So what do? After you cultivate those fruits and those vegetables, the fruits of your labor is what we're going to call it. You take the seeds from the fruits of those labors and you manifest them or give them to the next person in the spiritual community, or you sow it into somebody else's ground with fertile soil.
And that's what you do. That's what you do. So I talk, and I'll be doing a class soon. Look forward in 2025. It won't be in 2024. We got a lot of stuff on our on our roster going out at the end of this year. But I talk about and I'm teaching about your relationship with money. See, some of us been in a domestic violence relationship with money for a long time, right?
Cashapp.
We have um we have a bad relationship with money, right? And we have been culturally and systematically taught to operate in it. Sometimes we don't even know that that's what we're doing. So some things that are, and this is what I'm talking about when you're talking about using your divination tools, when you're talking about putting yourself in a position where you're covering yourself and protecting yourself. These are some things that you need to know, because sometimes we operate out of what we operate in, not knowing that subconsciously we blocking any manifestation that would ever come to you. You're blocking it, right? And so we have to get in a position where we're understanding that there are some things that we have to unlearn.
Yes, ma'am.
And then learn again.
I mean, I
Right.
always explain it in terms of a computer, right? In order
Mm-hmm.
to your iPhone, in order to upload the latest version, it's got to deprogram and get rid of the old shit to make room for the new. Your spiritual journey, your mind, your body, your heart, your soul works just like that. Everything in you, you have to deprogram in order to reprogram so that you can get with the damn new program. So that's how it works. So that's the reason why a lot of times when we try to ride that fence of do I stay in religion or do I move over to spirituality? When you ride that fence, you end up with a splinter in your ass. You run out of gas.
And
You know what I'm saying? So you do have to make a decision now. Can you take what you learned in religion and leverage it in your spiritual journey? 100%. Spirit would have never gave you that experience if there wasn't something there for you to use.
exactly.
Um, I
Exactly.
think that a prime example of that is I was dealing with somebody who kept saying, well, I want to live my life first, get my money together, then get married and have kids. My response to that was, you can have all of those things, but it may not happen in that order. And you have to be okay with that because you might
Mm-hmm.
miss out on a blessing it's got to be perfect. So you done passed up the perfect mate because you want to have your money in order. You don't went out and say, I don't want no kids right now. Well, what if you missed a child, your only opportunity to have one? Because you decided to wait. You decided that whatever spirit put in your path wasn't worth the time right now or the energy. So you have to really look at it from let things unfold naturally and go with that flow. And what happens is what happens, and heal along the way. And make sure you pay attention to your triggers because your triggers tell you where you need to heal on this spiritual journey.
Oh, I'm huge about them triggers, Week. I'm huge about them triggers. You said something really, really good. And it brings me back to this. And I hope this resonates with everyone. You have to learn to relinquish control, right? You have to learn to relinquish control for this reason right here. You don't control shit.
No.
You don't. What's going to happen in your life is going to happen, whether you have an ass tight grip on it or not. It is still going to happen. What you have to do is you have to change how you think about what is happening through you and not to you.
Whew, what is happening through you and
And
not to
not
you.
to you, right?
It's never what I tell y'all. It's not happening to you. It's happening
Not happening
for
to
you.
you. And it's happening to elevate you into your next, but also to align with someone who needs you and what you've been through and how you can pour back into that, right? It's never about you. But you have to change your mindset on how you see that thing, right? You have to. Because if you don't, you're going to continue to spin in these vicious traumatic cycles that you've been spinning in all this time, however old you are, right? You can't control it, right? There are some instances where you might can bend some things, but that take a lot of practice and a lot of understanding when you walking into those divination tools. You might can curve some things, but baby, I promise you, when you curve it, you better know what you're doing. Because guess what? Depending on how you curving it, depending on what your intention was when you did that, you gonna get that back. Okay? So you got some of us out here as spiritualists that are teaching those things, but they're not really giving you the truth behind that. So at the end of the day, you really don't control it, right? Because there are still consequences. You can go ahead and interrupt somebody else's life if you want to. That's why I laugh at people who do spells on people who want this man or this woman to stay in their life. Baby, if they've been trying to get out your life, go ahead, let them go. Let them
Baby,
go.
because it's something better for you on the other side, 41,
And you don't
14.
even see it.
Baby, you don't even see it because you focused on the spilt milk versus all these filled cups on the other side. You worried about what spilt over on the ground, but you got 4 more
I
cups.
get so tickled, Reek. I get sick. I understand where they're coming from. I understand. I do. And I bless, I don't bless them because blessing is consecration. But anyway, I give them my ashe and my love when I hear those conversations, because what you're doing is you're tying somebody to your traumatic response. And you
Yeah.
want somebody to be tied to you from your traumatic response and
Now,
your
Shannon,
emotional dysfunction.
that part. And you said a mouthful. So let's talk about that. When you go out here and you do spell work from an energy of I'm triggered and I need to heal, meaning you are not healing, you end up getting a boomerang that busts you in the back of your fucking head. I promise you it's gonna bust you to the white meat. That motherfucker gonna wake up one day and leave your ass. I said what I said. I said what I said, baby. They're gonna wake up and leave your
Woo!
ass. Because they
Baby.
were never meant to be yours. So why not manifest what is meant for you by manifesting through candle work that talks about self-love? Y'all know I don't do that damn love spell stuff. You can keep all of that, baby. You better go to Bath and Body Works for that scent, because I'm not fucking with it. But it will boomerang and bust you in the back of your head. And now you wondering why
Yeah.
you going through 10 years of bad relationships. Because you was over there doing spell work, you ain't had no. And then what make it so bad is when that person comes to, they gonna know what you did, even if they don't cognizantly know, they energetically feel it. And now they want to get the hell away from you. I'm talking about will move out of your state.
And true indeed. I had a young lady who was a part of conversation therapy, and she was getting her counseling sessions. And let me tell y'all something too, because I know Reek has tapped on this with her tribe, right? Well, it will collectively be our tribe,
Your
right?
tribe.
But she has tapped in on it with the tribe, right? Y'all stop playing around with us as spiritualists, because you don't know what gifts we come with. And when you come with that lying shit, we already know. Okay, I'm gonna just put the disclaimer out there, right? Because some of us come so heavily inundated with our ancestors, baby, they don't play about us, right? And so immediately they're gonna give us something that we need to know, and I'm gonna be looking at you like, Then I'm gonna start with the questions, right? So if you gonna come to the table with it, right, just make sure you tell the truth. So she telling her story and giving me the background of how this relationship really wasn't working, and it was doing something, and the spirit showed me a honey jar. And I said, "Ooh, okay. Well, I'm gonna give her the opportunity to see if she gonna speak about this honey jar so she can tell me what's really going on, right?" Never said anything, right? So Spirit says to me, ask her about it. Do you know she had completely forgot that years ago that somebody had turned her on out here, just willy-nilly, and I shouldn't say willy-nilly, but trying to learn where her space is, and understanding how to use divination tools and this. And somebody told her about a honey jar for someone that she wanted in her life so bad. You know, she wanted that person, and it wanted this relationship. So she complied with working with the honey jar. And for 15 years, ain't no honey nowhere sweet about that. Right?
Nope.
Somebody said it in there. Soul ties. Exactly. You're tying yourself with these spells to something that you don't even know what you're doing. You need people who are well versed in this. There's a lot of misinformation that's going around. And I'm just so grateful that I have found the tribe, your tribe, my tribe, a collective tribe, where we have made the decision within self not to bullshit the people anymore.
Nope.
Right? You can't. We can't grow together and get to the next ascending level collectively if we just out here doing whatever it is that we want to do. There is a form and order to some things, but in spirituality, it's more about operating in integrity and knowledge.
Yes. And you
That's
get
what it's
knowledge through
about.
experience.
You get the knowledge through experience, and then you get infinite wisdom that the spirit will depart into you. And when I speak about spirit, I am talking about your ancestors, not the universe, because they two totally different things. Baby, you are your universe. You are the god or the goddess. You are one with everything that exists in the natural from its origin. So, baby, you are the moon. You are the sun, the true moon and the true sun. We ain't gonna talk about that tonight, but the true moon and the true sun, that is you. You are water, you are earth. It's you. You are one. Universal law of oneness. But there are ways and there are facets in which you can move with better understanding and how to operate in your oneness. And that's what I'm just excited about, the collective. I'm excited about everybody who wants to learn. If you don't know anything about it, who do, and if you're already practicing it, you know, and learning the art of it, like it's a conglomerate, right, of practices all together. But baby, I promise you, hoodoo is what you do and how you do it. That's it. That is it. I am so excited, Reek. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
You are welcome. I just want to say, y'all, when it comes to shadow work, triggers, and healing, your triggers will show you where you need to do the shadow work. Shadow work is not you talking to demons or whatever else they be talking about on TikTok and everywhere else. Shadow work is about you taking a look within you, looking, Michael Jackson said it best, take a look at the man in the mirror.
That's right.
Take a look at you and the things that you don't like about you, the things you don't like about your life, the things that you don't like about your internal self or how you treat you. And you fix those things in order to kickstart the healing journey. So first you have the trigger. The trigger shows you where the shadow work needs to be done. Then you go do the shadow work. Case in point, I was talking to a friend of mine some years ago, maybe about 1 or 2 years ago. And this person was in a store and somebody said something to them and they felt like they were being ostracized or being, you know, retaliated against by this person who was at the register. And they were on the phone with me. And I said, hey, you know, why are you so upset? Well, they did this because I look like this. And so therefore that person wanted to do this to me and they wanted to make me feel small like this. So they took this person because this person don't look like me. I said, well, it sounds like the person behind the register tried to correct the person who was really attacking you, but you took it out on the person behind the register because the person behind the register can't say nothing to you because they worked up. I said, you need to heal around that. This person said to me, so are you calling me broken? Baby, if you was broken, I wouldn't tell you to go heal because broken can't be fixed. But hurt, scarred, wounded, all of that can be healed. So when someone says that you need to heal, it doesn't mean that you are broken. It means that you are wounded. Healer.
That's
so
good, Rick.
That's what I want to say about that and the triggers. Outside of that, I know that we have covered, you know, the shadow work, we covered the spiritual journey, some divination tools about cleansing and how y'all can better identify Whether or not as you go, because look, ain't nobody telling you to stay over here. What we are saying is, as you go throughout this journey and you encounter different mentors, different spiritual practitioners, different tarot readers, whatever, psychics, I don't know, whoever you encountering, remember the things that we said, because we want you to protect your energy and your divinity. Your divinity is yours. So in order to protect that, you have to be mindful of who you come in contact with, who you allow to feed you information. Because like she said, I learned about honey jars too, but I learned about honey jars from a different perspective. If I make a honey jar, it's just to keep the energy around me a little sweeter, so that I'm a little kinder, and so that people are a little kinder to me. That's it. I ain't using it to call in somebody for life. Okay, now I want to touch on that. Another form of that, if somebody come to your house, y'all, and they leave their shoes up under your bed, remove them. They leave their shoes by your front door and walk out and say they're going to get them later. Remove that shit, because they trying to keep themselves in your space. Some of y'all wondering why they do that. Time he come over, he leave his drawers and stuff at your house, people leaving earrings. Baby, because they doing voodoo work, whatever they're doing, and you have no clue. So yes, you want to make sure that people take their shit with them when they leave your house. I said what I said. When you leave my house, take your shit with you. Don't leave nothing. Don't leave nothing. Y'all, somebody left their stuff in my house, and all of a sudden they was astro projecting into my bedroom. You better don't let them leave shit there. Okay, get rid of it.
Riki said something, and I think, it's just appropriate to tap into it. So we have to understand sometimes that everybody that's on this journey, they don't announce that they on this journey, right? The whole understanding, you said hoodoo and voodoo, those practices have been passed down for a long time, and some people don't even know they are, right? Even in Christianity, right? There are a lot of hoodoo practices. Basically, Christianity was built off of, now let me take that back because I don't want it to get misconstrued. If you are indigenous with melanin in your skin and you have been privy to the Black church, I'll put it that way, there is a lot of practice in that church where hoodoo is a foundation.
Correct.
Right? Because all religions ain't made equal, baby. They just not, and all practices ain't made equal, right? That shoes under your bed thing, baby, somebody great grandma done put that bug in young man's ear or homegirl's ear, right? And they work through that thing throughout their life as something that just, somebody told me to do that. Somebody told me to do that, baby. It was all strategically planned. You better watch that. You better watch it, honey.
Watch it. Y'all worried about somebody's drawers. You better worry about them damn shoes. Because them shoes will keep you stuck for life. I got an auntie that I got a story, but I'm going to have to tell y'all on this. One night we're going to have a ghost tour. Like, we're going to talk about the weird shit. Okay? We're going to talk about it. Because I'm telling you, in my family, they done talked about it all. Okay? So that's how I know what I know. That's like some of y'all running around talking about, my mama said don't never eat nobody's spaghetti. You motherfucking right. Don't eat that damn spaghetti.
Yeah, because
they make you some spaghetti, leave it alone. Leave that spaghetti alone.
Because they still doing, and that was so crazy. I just found out a few weeks ago, folks are still using that practice, baby. No,
they still doing it out here, all on TikTok. I seen the baby. I ain't never ate nobody else damn spaghetti. If I don't make it, I don't want it. Then baby, you better, when I come to your house, you better not make no damn spaghetti. Don't make no motherfucking meatloaf. Nothing with no fucking ketchup in it. Nothing with no tomato sauce. Don't make no damn soup. Chicken and vegetable. Chicken and vegetable. Don't make nothing with no damn red sauce, baby, because we're not doing that. I'm not even gonna take the chance.
Oh my God, that is so funny. It's real, but it's funny. It's real, but it's funny. But there are a lot of other things that are actually going on, right? That practices are being used. Let's say this, Rick, so that our collective know. And I say hoodoo is what you do and how you do it, right? But there is a premise to hoodoo. So when hoodoo came about, it was because there were at a point in time in history, and I'm using history as it really is their story, history. But there's a point in time where we as indigenous people were in a conglomerate situation, meaning that we came, some of us were here, right? But some of us had to come from different areas to a place that was already ours, if that makes sense, right? And so when we came in those fashions, we came with different tongues, right? That means we came from different tribes. We didn't all speak the same language. There's a universal language that we spoke, though, because we understood the connection between the sun and us, right? And so through that universal language, we had to use what was given to us as a part of our culture to use in a form of protection. So this is where hoodoo is birthed out of. So a lot of people, and even voodoo, is birthed out of protecting our culture, protecting our lines of generation, right? So we'll have a class on that. We'll talk about that and we'll get into deep, but just go with me for tonight, right? So when you're using hoodoo and hoodoo practices and you're using Santeria and you're using voodoo or voodoo, whichever one it resonates with you. When you're using those practices, yes, there were reasonings behind that, right? All of them were not negative connotations. They were not birthed out of negative connotations. However, over time and redaction of things, right? Hidden truths about things, it was demonized to be what it is known as today. Now that we are awakened, we know that that's not the truth. So even in using these things, know that when you're using them, they had a very, very significant and positive reason for their usage in the beginning. So when you're laying down salt as a form of protection, when you're using cloves and cinnamon and coffee, right? And even when you're adding bodily fluids to food that is being consumed, in the beginning of the process, it was used for protection, right? But just so we know, just so
Yeah,
we know.
why it was done. And I think it's important for
Mhm.
us to know, because as you all venture on this spiritual journey, whether you have melanin or not, you will hear things about hoodoo and voodoo, and you also need to have understanding as to what it is, so that as you come in contact with it, you understand what is aligned to you and what may not be aligned to you. But only you can make that
Mhm.
decision. But you don't make a good decision or informed one without, number one, consulting with spirit, your team divine, your ancestors, and number two, making sure that this is something that is truly aligned to you. You will find salt use in all kinds of spiritual belief bases across the
Mhm.
gamut. So you'll find it in some Germanic religious or practices. You'll find it in the Bible. You'll find it in Christianity because of where Christianity
Yes.
originated from. You will find it in Cometicism, which is the belief system of Egypt. When you are on this spiritual journey, you will encounter things. Y'all need to be able to easily identify, or at least somewhat identify, what kind of practice that person is trying to teach you. Because, baby, everything is not aligned to you, and everything you really should not be doing.
Right.
Only do what feels aligned to your spirit. And so for that reason, we are going to touch on healing and blockages, and then we'll take some Q&A from the tribe in the audience before we wrap up. But when it comes to healing and blockages, when you don't heal, you are acceptable or susceptible to really just being open to too many things that you shouldn't be open to. You know what I'm saying? For example, there's nothing wrong with having more than one place where you go to get spiritual knowledge, but when you are healing, be mindful of where you're going. If you talking to a person that is not talking about healing, all they talking about is that karmic energy over there, the third party, what the karmic boyfriend doing. She about to get pregnant by him. Baby, let me tell you something. You'll fuck around and manifest that shit in your life listening to it. If it don't feel good, it ain't your damn message. Take what's aligned. That's why your discernment on this spiritual journey is so important, so that you can discern what's aligned to you and what's not. How many times have you heard a tarot reading and went, that ain't, well, I don't know if they cheating, but I thought that shit last week. So now all of a sudden they cheating, and everything they do, you like, Jerry, and taking them down to damn Maury Pokovich. That's why, because you got to start following people that are healing. A lot of these people that's pulling on that karma energy, they not fucking healing. I promise you that, because baby, I can't do too much of that. It will block your life if you do not heal. And Shan, I'm gonna let you take it away on that.
Oh, we actually, two of my mentees had their sessions today. It's our monthly meeting, and we kind of tapped in on that. We did. We tapped in on carrying other people's shit. But we use the word energies, right? And this is why I'm going to reiterate that process of talking about you got to know, you have to stand firm on your dedication to your healing. Because if you don't, then you are going to, one, attract with whatever vibration that you're aligning yourself with. You're going to continue to attract that. Here's the problem. You're going to continue to attract it in a duality. What I mean by that is you're going to attract it in the spiritual realm as well as the physical realm. Yeah. Right? As above, so below. It's no joke about that. As above, so below. You're going to attract it subconsciously. You're not even aware. Many times you're not even aware of what you have aligned yourself to, because you haven't taken the proper measures to open up a few things and to see how low you're actually vibrating. I can tell, and that's because it's been, a duration of time for me, right? You will get to the point. Sometimes it's just discerning, but I can tell just through 5 minutes or less of conversation where your vibration level is and what you have aligned yourself to. There are certain words that people who are still dealing with their traumatic experiences, choosing not to release it, Glenna. You're right. Choosing not to release. See, you not only have to release in the conscious, but you have to really do work in the subconscious. I got a whole ebook that talks about living in harmony with the subconscious mind, right? 85% of what you attract to you comes from the subconscious. Your subconscious is a sponge, right? It does not determine whether things are negative or positive. It just determines the intensity of whatever that emotion is that you have gone through and attached to whatever situation you have gone. And if you repeatedly put yourself through this process of going through these traumatic events, building up all of these walls around a traumatic event and swearing that you're doing shadow work and you're still healing, but you still find yourself in those same spaces, subconscious activity. You have to do the shadow work. The shadow work is, like Reek said, it's not you going into this scary, fictitious place where things are. It's not that. That's not shadow work. Shadow work is sometimes intimidating. You know why? Because the hardest thing in this realm that you're ever going to have to do is confront you. I want to speak to the man in the mirror. I'm going to take you on that journey. Mirrors are what? Portals. Yeah. And they're portals. They're portals into other realms. That reflection of yourself that you see may not even be the reflection that you are in this dimension. That's why you have to pay attention to you and deal with you in this realm, because see, your spirit travels and have traveled many lifetimes. So what you may see in the mirror may not actually be what you think you're looking at.
And that's the truth. And I will say that because one of the first things I learned on this spiritual journey when I was researching feng shui and a few other things before I met Shan was that you never have a mirror that faces your bed. Page your mirrors. When they say mirror magic, oh, that's real. For a week, I got in the mirror and spoke to myself. And after about a week, I felt things start to shift. Mirror magic is real, but to Shan's point, you need to know who you're looking at, and the only way that you get there is by naming yourself and discovering who you are. Because again, what you might be looking in the mirror might be a reflection, some energy that's just staring back at you. So be mindful of that. I used to do candle magic. I used to cover my mirrors. That's until I moved my altar out of my bedroom, because I have several mirrors in my bedroom, but none of my mirrors are facing my bed. Mm-hmm. If it's facing the direction of the bed, it's off centered so that the bed is not being depicted in the mirror. There's a reason. Some of y'all wondering why the hell you having fucked up dreams. That's part of it. So sage your mirrors either with smoke or sage spray. Clean them often because they are portals. Some of that shit.
And guess what else is the portal that's in some of our bedrooms? The television.
Girl, I ain't even got one. I ain't had a television in my room in years. Yeah, you sleeping and you wondering why you having jacked up dreams. You dreamed about what you saw on TV, but you in it. Portal. Yeah. Glenda says, heal to the core once more, long and short. That part, baby, I love that. And Felicia says, definitely 100. Felicia says, I started mirror magic when starting my self-love journey. And Felicia, that's the best time to do mirror magic. A matter of fact, it's the only time I do mirror magic. It's when I'm either doing glamour work on myself, which is just feeling the confidence of the divine feminine energy, or whether I'm on a self-love journey. And that goes back and forth, ebbs and flows. You will be on a self-love journey, on a healing journey several times in your life in order to keep the blockages from continuously blocking you. So everybody, I appreciate y'all hitting that like button for both Shan and I, showing some love, sharing with a friend, subscribing, joining, all that good stuff. And yes, Felicia, the bathrooms too. Make sure you clean them with sage water or whatever, or bless them, whatever. Well, we ain't gonna say bless them, but we're gonna say, wherever you protect them, you can put oil on them. If you have some oil that you had blessed or something like that, or some floor wash, whatever you do to cleanse those mirrors and those portals. You know what I'm saying? You might as well have a Ouija board in your house if you don't never clean your mirror.
Yeah, baby, because you don't know who's stepping through them portals. I'm just saying.
Right. It might be an ancestor. It might not.
Yeah, and not only are they coming through the portal, but sometimes they get trapped in the portal.
In the portal.
Yeah. In the portal. So make sure that when you are releasing certain things, that you make sure that there is a clear exit way.
Like an open window or door.
So that they can get out, right?
Right.
And that what that movie was, Get Out? Yes, yeah, so they can get out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't want all that in your house. You don't want all that in your house. Okay, y'all. So we are going to move to Q&A. We ran a little long, but I know Shannon has got to go. We did. It's 8:18 our time.
But it's good though.
18 people in the room. 18 people in the room. Please, everybody hit that like button. It come through. Tribe come through. Yes. Shannon, we're going to go ahead and let's take some Q&A from the tribe. Y'all, if you have questions, let us know. At this point, we're going to start taking questions to see what it is you want to know about this spiritual journey. And we are in the comment section waiting for the first question. If anybody has something, if you're not sure what you want to ask right now, that's okay. We will be back next Sunday. We will. We sure will. And as we wait, matter of fact, as we wait for questions to be loaded, because some of y'all might be texting and trying to put it in the comments, we do want to make an announcement before we wrap up tonight. I'm going to throw it on the back screen so that you can see it. But we have a new event coming up, Shannon and I. It will be October the 19th. So October the 19th, we will have virtual option as well as in-person on the land, indigenous land. We will be having a Hoodoo Heritage Month for those of y'all that want to learn more about hoodoo, what it is, and how you do hoodoo the way you do. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're going to celebrate and honor and venerate our ancestors, those known and unknown, come the month of October, and teach you a little bit about how you can do hoodoo, and also having a release. So releasing energy for those that will be attending in person. Those of you that will be virtual, there will be the option of you having a VIP package where you can order a kit that we will send to you with your candle so that you can make your candle, because we'll have a candle dressing session for those of y'all interested. Yes. And you will also receive a recording of that live from the land. Yes, we will be streaming live from the land. And for those of y'all that choose to attend in person, you also will get a VIP box kit and have the opportunity to commune with Shannon and I in person. So with that being said, I'm going to throw the banner up, and then I see the comments. We're going to get right to the comments. But I will go ahead and throw that banner up for everybody and allow y'all to kind of view that. And Shannon and I will be back in just a moment. All right. For those of y'all that are wondering, you can find that link. I will post it to my page. I'm sure Shan will post it to hers. I will post the
Yes.
link for you to learn more in the comment box. And Shan, I will let the questions fly. She says, "What's
Okay.
the link to your channel?" You talking about which channel, Felicia?
Probably yours.
Okay, okay. Hold on. I will share that with you, Felicia. I don't know if my moderators are here. They might not be. I think I saw Sweet earlier, but I will share the link to my channel down in the box below for you as well.
And Felicia is a star seed too.
Oh,
So
welcome.
welcome to the tribe. Felicia and I met through another venture that we are a part of. So yes, but her main business is coming from a spirituality aspect. So I'm so glad she was able to join us tonight, and be able to, sit in with us. Like we, this is, I just hope, right? It's my hope, and I probably will be manifesting. Y'all go feel the pull from me for y'all to go ahead and get your VIP ticket, get your VIP streaming live ticket, or just to get your stream, right? For October the 19th, because when I tell you it's way bigger than us just talking about it, when you are able to actually see the place that we're going to be, where it's going to be streaming. Y'all hear me talk about it, especially my tribe coming over. You hear me talk about it all the time. I just did a live on it where I'm talking about a community of spiritualists, a community where we are communal on our land, a community where it's everything that we had once upon a time, right? And the value in the community is each other. That's where I'm going. Yes, it is going to be awesome. Please don't sleep on it. Please don't get yourself all caught up and think you can't do what it is that you can do, because you can. You can
Yes.
do it. I seen a question from Miss Glenna, and she says, does pain out of nowhere, I think you're asking if pain out of nowhere is a spiritual aspect. Sometimes, yes, baby, it is.
Yeah,
It
especially if
really
you like feel pain in your chest, that could be
is.
some type of situation that's coming in. It could be, and I would say normally fluttering or vibrations or tingling is normally a chakra open up in your chest. But if it's pain, it's normally denoting some type of an alarm spiritually. If you start to feel headaches, that could also be a type of pain. Pain in
Mhm.
your back could mean that you're holding too much stress. Pain in your gut could mean that you're holding too much stress at the core of your body. So one day we're going to get into the chakras and
Yes.
those feelings and those vibrations and how to interpret them, because they are
Mhm.
tied to a feeling. So if you feel pain and you don't feel good about it, that means whatever the message is something that's not so great. So you have to
Mhm.
trust your intuition and trust what you know about your body. And that comes through meditation. We're going to have Spiritual Teak up here. That's our good sis. We're going to have her up here one day to talk about that, and Reiki, and how that you use these divination tools and the healing process in order to get you further along on this spiritual journey. So yes, Glenda, thank you for asking that. And I
Thank
think
you,
there might
Glenn.
have been
That's a
another question.
great question. That's a great question. And also, Glenn, sometimes when you're feeling that pain, there also will be times when you will hear ringing
Yeah.
in the left ear or the right ear, and there's also huge significance to the ringing in the individual ear. So keep
Yeah.
that in mind as well. But that pain that you're feeling, that could be spiritual as well as a manifestation through the physical. So just keep that in
Yes.
mind. Mm-hmm.
And when she
It's
says a
in your
manifestation
shoulder.
through the physical, what she's saying is, like, for example, like I think you just said, in your shoulder. When you feel a pain in your shoulder, you may be carrying the weight of the world, and that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? And it comes up as, oh, a dislocated shoulder, a bad tendon, arthritis, whatever. But really, what it is your inability to let go of people, places, and things that do not serve your highest good, because you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders when you could choose not to fight. So you really have to find mentorship, which is why Shan mentioned this community that we're building, so that you can help release those tensions, identify those things. Because not all the time on
Mm-hmm.
this spiritual journey can we do it alone. And that's okay. That's what people like us are here for, and people like others in the tribe. Sharnetta asked a very good question. How do you know if you're a star seed? Sharnetta, that's normally people who have deja vu. They feel like they are an old soul, is what you'll hear. They've been here many lifetimes, but star seeds specifically mean that you come from a star seed nation. So whether it's Atlantean, whether it's, Anunnaki, whatever your star seed origin is, it could be from the star belt of Orion. So a lot of times those people will have dreams about being in outer space. They feel very connected to the stars. They feel aligned to certain things and vibrations. And Shan, I will let you add from here.
No, that's it. It's nothing else to add from that. Star seeds are very, very beautiful in their becomings, but like she said, you will have a real pull, um, to understanding that that you're not from here.
Yeah.
You'll have a real pull with that understanding and that feeling and that resonating. So that goes back to Twilight, right? That goes back to Twilight, and where you feel yourself most of the time in a dark area, right? That's because your spiritual won't allow itself to become attached to this realm in many fashions that others are attached to this realm, right? Some people, they just feel like this is it, right? This is baby, and I'm happy for them, and I am, but it's not it, right? But then there's some of us that we know that this is a temporary surrounding, that nothing that I'm going to do to people please, to suffer from the disease of attention, right? None of that is going to work with a star seed. You just know that you're not from here. And then what does it say in that good book or that nice book? Because the meaning of nice means what, Reek? So anyway, in that nice book, it says that you are in this world, but you're not of this
Of
world.
this world. Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the platform that star seeds, the foundation of them knowing. They already know. They know. So, baby, Shanetta, you a star seed, baby. I can tell you that.
And
You
a lot of
are,
times you'll come across people on this journey who help you identify that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because starseed knows starseed.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So yes, the pot can call the kettle black. So with that being said, just know you may come across people. Spirit will lead you to people on this journey who will help you to determine, not really determine, but to remember who you are. It's been done for me. I knew that I had an affinity for water, being close to the beach, ocean energy, and all of these things came to me over time. And the greatest thing that came to me was that Atlantean, because I'm from actually Atlantic Beach. Sometimes your physical location and the things that manifest in this physical plane in 3D are exactly aligned to past lives. They're exactly so. Look at where you're from, where you were born, where you originated first, because that's going to help you determine who you are. Trust me, where you were born, where you are is no coincidence. I was born in Pamlico County, Native American territory. I'm from Arapahoe, okay? And the name, the actual saying on as you pass the sign coming into Arapahoe, it says, the place where land and sky meet water. That wasn't a coincidence. So I know I'm of the sky people. I know I'm a star seed. I know I'm an Atlantean. I know that I'm a good mix of a whole lot of shit because of the amount of lifetimes. One thing that I remember Teak telling us in the woods is that she's ancient. She knows that. She knows what star seed tribe she is from. And she is my sister in spirit. And so she came to tell me where I came from as well. When I met Shan was able to tell me about where I came from. It was Shan who helped to start the energy behind this channel because she saw me touching my cards and she looked at me and she said, don't put them down. Out of that, Golden Goddess Tarot was birthed. So you will meet people on this journey. Y'all make sure y'all clap for my good sis over here, Shan, because let me tell y'all something. If it wasn't for this woman right here, Golden Goddess Tarot might have been delayed another year or two. So it was her and people that are also a part of this tribe that said, keep doing what you do. And so you want that camaraderie. You want that community of people to say, keep doing what it is that you do. Ashe?
Ashe.
Glennon said,
Yes.
I feel fed here tonight, baby. Come through with that good soul food, baby. Yes.
I
Yes.
love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that, y'all. And I don't take it for granted. I don't take it lightly. But what I will say, when you get to know and you become very comfortable with knowing what your purpose is in life, then you move freely, right? Once you can break through the restraints of the fear, right? Um, Once you can get a better understanding, a better knowledge, overstanding, the better knowledge about what it is that you're doing, and once you become comfortable with knowing certain things about your gifting, about where you are spiritually, it becomes very easy to walk through your gifts. It does. It walk through life, this life with your gifts. It does. And I think now at age 54 that it I am so glad that I stopped being afraid of myself years ago, right?
Oh, stop being afraid of myself.
I was so glad to stop being afraid of myself. It's one thing to walk in something and not know how powerful you are, but it's another thing to walk in it knowing how powerful you are, because now you have the opportunity to align yourself with things that are going to yield the positivity and not use your power as abuse, right? And so that's what happens when Jess said black don't cry.
That really
Baby,
don't
it
crack.
don't.
But she look young, don't she? And she
It
is
don't.
young, baby.
I am.
Yes,
I am. I'm young. I'm young. In my
very
heart,
young.
I'm young. But trust me, my spirit is ancient. It's been
Yes.
around for a long time. A long time. But once you begin to become confident and you can get in in a space where you have what we call our tribe, right? Who can pour into you, who can steer you and guide you with the help of the universe and the ancestors, and you're willing to take those opportunities, you too will be able to walk powerfully in what it was that you came here to do, right? I am blessed to have met you too. I am, Glenna. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I will say that, in all honesty, y'all,
Ooh,
you will
creative.
find that there will be times like on this spiritual journey. The beautiful part about it, and me and Shan, our relationship, our evolution of this journey, and the journey that we are continuing to embark on is really quite miraculous. You know what I'm saying? Because you will meet people that will start out as your teacher, your mentor. You know what I'm saying? And one day you will look up, and now the student is the teacher, and vice versa. So it's such a beautiful thing because it went from me always having to come to Shan for the direction or insight or confirmation to us being able to really share that amongst each other. So we lean on each other at times, just like we lean on spiritual tea or others who come through here. We really need the spiritual community and other healers, other practitioners to really help support us through this journey. Because baby, there will be times when you feel so alone because there will be
Mm-hmm.
people around you who do not approve. And so you need those that understand you. You need a tribe that commends you, that exalts you, that honors you and your magic, your gifts to ensure that you have longevity on this spiritual journey. When y'all see people that get on this journey and all of a sudden, I'm going back to what I used to know, it's because they're scared and alone. They done got some bad information and encountered some shit they ought not be messing with.
Yeah, and
So,
that's to speak to what Felicia just said. I'm so grateful that I'm meeting so many who are aligned with me and my purpose. I have been alone on this journey for years, learning on my own, and I so can resonate for that. So
yes,
like
ma'am.
that's a beautiful thing. But what I will say, not but, however, because but is condescending. However, for Fee, on that, you have learned so much about self that when it was time for us to arrive, divine timing, in this space where we are together, you have so much assurity about where you are on the journey. Now we intersect and we make this thing bigger. Like when I tell y'all, because I know we got to go, but I got to say it. I got to say it. When I tell y'all, stop believing the shit that you're hearing on TV and start getting into your own self-education. And when I say self-education, I'm not talking about just going to Google and you reading the first thing. I'm talking about you digging deeper than that. When I tell you that this whole aspect that they call global warming has nothing to do with the aspect that they're talking about. The reason that the earth is changing in the climate fashion in which it's changing is because there are so many of us who are awake now, and the energy cannot be contained.
Correct. There is a
It can't
shift
be.
upon this planet because of the shift of the community. And when I say community, I mean the spiritual community specifically. So all of you here with us tonight, regardless of what part of the spiritual community you're from, okay? Because everybody here might not do hoodoo because you might not feel aligned to it. Maybe it is what you do. You might be Nordic because you are not melanated. So for you, it's Nordic. We are here to make sure that you have the guidance you need to define or determine what is really for you and what is not. But the idea is to encourage you to go into your own direction and discover your own divinity, right?
Yes.
So that we have understanding. Because baby, it's some shit I shouldn't be dealing. I shouldn't be messing with. So I'm not. But I wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for the people around me, the tribe that I have encountered. Because like Felicia said, I too started out on this journey by myself, collecting rocks and bugs and shit at the tender age of 7. And I had to grow in a family that was very Christian based that didn't always understand me. Now I did have family that did because they grew up hoodoo and they didn't know what hoodoo was. So I've come back to educate some of the elders in my community and in my family about the practices of throwing salt over your shoulder and at the door and at the windows. Y'all doing all of that hollering, we are Christian, when really it is hoodoo practice. So what you have been fashioned through TV, social media, and books to be afraid of is nothing to fear. Nothing
Baby,
to fear
because it's
about.
all you. It's all you. It's all what your ancestors did until it was demonized. And that's the truth about it. Yes, we are making shifts happen.
Happen.
And I guarantee you, wherever you are on this globe, wherever you are watching this, I can guarantee you within the next 7 days, you're going to, in your area, you're going to experience climate that is not being controlled, baby. Things are going to happen outside of the season in which you are that you're normally seeing things in the season, right? There's leaves falling off the trees around here, baby, and they done turned
Already.
colors and everything, right? But it's still 80 fucking degrees outside, and that's all
That
I'm
part.
saying.
It don't make
Today
sense.
was the
Why?
first day of fall. We got
Right.
crunchy leaves, right?
Brown
So
leaves.
brown leaves. So I'm
Now,
just saying, the more we come together as a collective unit and we come together on the alignment, right? On a purposeful alignment, the more the energy will increase in its intensity. We are going to continue to see things that people are saying are being destructive. No, that is a tower moment crashing for a reset. And it's because of us
that part.
and our willingness to step into our higher power. Yes, collective conscious shifts resulting in the physical. Sweet, I love you already, girl. I love you, girl. That's it. That's it. That
That's
is
it.
it. That's what's happening. And y'all want to see some stuff change? Keep getting better with yourself. Keep
Right.
getting better
Keep
with
showing
yourself.
up to spaces where you can grow spiritually. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like Shan's platform, like mine, like others you may have encountered. We discredit nobody on this spiritual journey. Keep doing your
Mm-mm.
practices, your meditation, going outside, grounding and connecting with the earth. Keep creating your own rituals. Keep reading books about other belief systems and incorporating those into your own divinity. When we tell you that this spiritual journey is not about imitating what you see others do, it's about discovering you. Through this journey of discovery, in finding you, I'm finding me. When you found a Shan, when you found a Reek, when you found a Teak, baby, you found your damn self. And that's
That's
why
what
you
it
found
is.
us.
That's
That's why
exactly.
you found us.
And even if you don't feel like you are who you see in us, that's because you're looking through the lens where you are now and not through the lens of your higher self,
Mhm.
right? But that does not negate the fact that you see yourself in me. You just don't recognize it yet because you haven't seen yourself as you really are.
That part. That part. When I first
Mm.
encountered Shan, I did not see myself 100%. What I saw was a dark-skinned woman that looked like me, that was beautiful, that had a gracious light, a beautiful light. And then as I began to get to know her, I saw pieces of myself. Like, she the one that told me stop worrying about cussing. Shit, we cuss, you cuss, do we cuss? Everybody cuss together. Shit, we cussing. That's what we do. It's the
That's what
spice of
we
fucking life.
do. That's what we do. Now, what I don't do is curse, but I will cuss. I
Cuss.
curse if I need to, but I
That,
will cuss.
that part. Right. Jay said, this is good stuff. I'll say that part. You know what I'm saying? So we cuss, not
Ah,
curse. You know what I'm saying? But we be
yeah,
cussing. We be cussing.
we be cussing for
And
sure.
just being your authentic self, not being too hard on you, loving yourself even in your ugliest moments, knowing that you are beautiful even in those ugliest moments, knowing that you are light even in those darkest moments. It's a choice all up to you. So for us, it's just about paying that forward, paying homage to those who paved the way for us in order to pave the way for everybody else, in hopes that you will pick up this torch and pave the way for the next.
Fine. Yes,
You see what I'm saying?
because they're
So
waiting for you. They're
yes, they are
waiting for
waiting
you.
for you. They're
Just
waiting for
like
you.
you were waiting for us, there's a whole tribe waiting for you. Shawnetta called me today when I was running through the grocery store, right? And she said, how do I find my tribe? And my response to her, true story, I said, you don't look for them. They find
Exactly.
you. They
And
find
that's
you.
real. I've had DoorDashers show up to my door with crystals on. And one day I looked at the girl, I said that the third time she done showed up to my door, I said, Spirit, why this lady keep showing up? And every time I look at her, I feel like she tried. So I said to her, I said, it's we people. And she said, it's we people. She said, yeah, but she looked uncomfortable. She went on about her business. The fourth time she came back, I looked again. She said, you asked me, was we people? Why did you ask me that? This a DoorDash, y'all. She said, why did you ask me that? I said, because I seen your crystals and I see your ankh. And I feel like you spiritual. And she said, girl, I should have been asked you questions. She said, it's a full moon. You doing manifestations up in here. I said, girl, yeah. You doing manifestations. She said, I put my salt down and my cinnamon. Baby, let me tell y'all something. I told y'all on my tribe, I kept seeing here in North Carolina that tribal express. And all of a sudden, my YouTube and my TikTok account started to grow because Spirit was bringing me my tribe, the people who would support me, the people who needed me, and the people who I needed. So don't ever mistake it. If you meet a spiritual person and they whole take on this spiritual journey is I'm here to teach you, and they don't learn nothing from you, they not on this journey for
They're
real.
not your tribe. That's not your tribe.
That ain't your tribe, baby. That ain't your tribe. That ain't your tribe. Felicia
Not
said,
your
period. Just said, shut the fuck up respectfully. I was asking God this last night. Baby, that part, Jess. That
tribe.
part. Come on, Jess. That part. I'm just telling y'all, your tribe will find you. Even if
Yeah.
you are scrolling and you feel something that is aligned, that is your tribe. You didn't really find it. It just came up
It
on your
found you.
phone. It found you. It
Because
found
you aligned yourself according
you.
to your thinking, right? You
Yes.
aligned yourself. And that's how it happened. And that's why it's so important for you to understand who you are, what it is that you're trying to operate in purpose, and then understand the alignments of energy. Because that's how you're going to get to, that's the real key to manifestation, baby.
Yeah. Aligning yourself to what is for you, aligning yourself to your own divinity. And everybody to myself, well, if I do this spell, if I pay for this, or if I come over here to this tribe and hit the like button and share and comment and join, y'all, I tell y'all all the time, do that because you want to support, baby. Don't do it because you think it's about to get you somewhere. That's like paying tithes and offerings and doing bullshit and thinking you about to get in the heaven. Ain't no damn difference. It's crazy as hell. It's crazy as hell. You have to do the work. You have to heal, baby. You have to heal. There ain't no way to buy yourself into this shit. If it was, we would have been bought our way into it.
Baby, it is work to be done. Well, I absolutely, we love you back,
Yes, we
Glenna. We
love
love
you
you
back.
back. We love you back. This has
So
been
y'all,
amazing. I am so excited for show episode number 1, Reek. And I know it's only gonna go up from here. So y'all make sure y'all let people know. Come on back next week. Come on back.
yes,
Go to the link. Um, any of our social media it has the link where you click, you can see all of our other services and that type of thing, how to find us, get in contact with us, book appointments if that's what you want to do. But definitely think serious about being a part with us for our annual Hoodoo Heritage Celebration. You are celebrating those who have gone before you, paved the way, and now we're coming back behind them, and we're doing what's African word, right? Go look it up. Go look it up. Sankofa, right?
Sankofa.
Sankofa. And it simply means that you go back and you get the ones that were left behind. And this is what we are trying to do. We are trying to build platforms and build associations where whom wants to not be left behind have a place to go. I absolutely am excited. Nova, I have learned so much here tonight. I am grateful. Thank you. I trust everyone will have an amazing rest of their night. Nova, I love you bunches. I would love to have you all on my podcast soon. And we
Yes,
oblige.
we do. We do. We do. We do.
We oblige. Much success. Thank you so much, sweets. Thank you so much.
Yes, much
Yes,
success.
are
Thank
you,
you.
Shamita? Oh, well, Rick.
Yes, we had a very first episode, season 1, episode 1. It's the world premiere. It's a kickoff. Y'all keep an eye open for Erotic Sage coming up in 2 weeks here, right here on the Golden Goddess Tarot, and we will have Shan on that show so she can talk about the freaking sneaky and cleansing
Oh
your
yeah, I
damn
like to
soul.
talk about that now, honey,
Yeah, we like
because
to talk about
that
freaking.
is a spiritual component all within itself, baby.
Yeah, yeah, you
Because
can manifest
you've
off
been
that shit. That energy good. That's good energy to manifest off of. That's good energy to heal some shit off of
that's
too,
good
baby.
energy.
Yeah, that's good
That's
energy.
good energy right there, baby.
Yes.
So for all
Thank you.
y'all that hollering about y'all gonna be celibate and you're being, please stop saying you're being celibate. Right?
No,
Don't say
we
that no
practice
more. Just say you
abstinence.
gonna be abstinent, right? Because you take a vow of celibacy. That means you're telling you aligning yourself with the I ain't never gonna get none energy. You know
Ever.
that, right? Okay. You're just taking a small break.
A hiatus, if you will. A
If you will.
sabbatical. You know what I'm saying?
Just
You
a
take a
little
break.
sabbatical. That's
Baby,
all.
we're
That's
gonna work
all.
this
Just a
second
little
chakra
sabbatical.
eventually.
Unless you want to be celibate, that's totally up to you. You might
Yeah,
take
yeah.
that vow, but
I
for
wouldn't
those,
suggest it, but
no,
that's
me,
just
baby,
me.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just suggest you take a break and you respond responsibly, right? That's all I'm gonna do. But that we gonna get on erotic stage. We gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have some men folks up there, some women folks. We're gonna talk about this thing and how you do what you do. But with that being said, also again, I put the link down in the comments. Please check out Hoodoo Heritage Month. There is a virtual option as well as an in-person VIP option as well, and a virtual VIP option. Please check them out. The link is down below. The link is also on my link tree. If you click it, it's on Shan's link tree. If you have gone to the goldengoddesstarot.com, goldengoddesstarot.com, not the, take the off, but goldengoddesstarot.com, you will see it there as well. Please go ahead and get your tickets because it is a limited amount of tickets. So it's limited. It is an exclusive circle, and we'll do something bigger next year, but this will be just for the select few that really are interested in learning more. Ashay. And if you want to learn more about Shan and all that she does, check out the description box down below. I will make sure I add her information below for those of you that are wondering. And it's also been ticking across the screen throughout the night. So you can check Shan out on any platform at I am Chandra Thompson, okay, on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. All right, y'all. With that being said, again, we appreciate you all coming through. Jess says, can't wait to watch the playback, baby. Please do watch the playback and share with a friend. Y'all join, subscribe, like, comment on all platforms because we are truly building something bigger. We're going to bring y'all all kinds of events and classes. Matter of fact, if you go to my website and you want to learn the basics of tarot, that is starting in October. So click the link in the bio. Okay. You can click my link tree and then go to book an appointment. It'll take you to the website, or just go to goldengoddesstarot.com. And there you can go ahead and sign up for those classes because they are open now. So go ahead and limit seats. Yep.
Glenna, that moth just landed on you because your light just increased.
Ashay. Light increasing, Glenna. Yes. Yes.
Like a moth to the flame, your light just
yes.
increased.
You better get
That is the
your Janet on.
confirmation.
It is
Yes.
confirmation. And moths
That is
also
confirmation.
represent resurrection and
Mm,
transformation. So different from butterflies in a way because it's like a ego death, but still a very beautiful process, right?
mhm.
So good
Wow, that was
confirmation for you.
beautiful.
It
That
was.
was beautiful.
All right, y'all. With that being said, yes, we're gonna say goodnight to everybody. Thank you, Shan, so much for coming
Oh, you
in.
are
Yes,
so welcome.
congratulations to Glenna. And thank you so much for coming to talk to the tribe about what it is you know, sharing. And we look forward to next week. Y'all, next week we will have an additional guest. So get ready to figure out or to see who will be coming with us next week on this beautiful spiritual journey to talk about everything that you want to know. So bring your questions, bring your friends, put it on the TV, get your wine, get a little slid, whatever it is you do. When you want it down, you know. And for those of y'all that miss most of this, please rewind it and go watch it. It's a lot of good information. Get your paper and your pen out. And again, we appreciate everybody for their beautiful support tonight.
Yeah.
Ashe.
I say, y'all. I love it.
All right, everybody. Theo, you are most welcome, Glenna, and I will continue to bring y'all more than just for because I look, tarot is all good, y'all. But I tell y'all, it's never the cards, it's always the vessel. And
Mm.
although I read tarot, that is not all there is to me. I'm definitely a healer. The cards are just really nice to have, and I love them. I have an affinity and an alignment to them. But we don't need them cards. So we don't need them. So y'all come on back and because we can give you answers all day. I can pull the cards and give you answers, but baby, if you ain't doing the healing work, ain't none of that shit coming in. And that's what a lot of people are not telling you. So that's why this platform is unique and different because we are providing something that is all about the healing. We ain't gonna sit around and talk about that man all day. We're not gonna sit around and talk about that chick, them kids neither. We're gonna talk about you and healing because you can transform the energy around you by changing yourself and healing. So yes, good night, Jess. And with that being said, Shannon, I'm gonna let you close out with your good nights, and then I'm going in the live.
All I'm going to say is have a beautiful week. Think about the things that we've talked about and just make one transformation of your mind this week. Just make one. If you do more than one, that's wonderful, but just start with one. Change the way you think and feel about one thing and watch the dramatic difference just on that one thing. That's all I'm going to say, Reek.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shan. We appreciate you. We love you, and I look forward to having
Love
you
you.
back next week along with some additional
Right.
guests.
Yes.
So with that being said, everybody, love, light, namaste, and Ashe.
I say.
Good night.